Now, does your pastor or priest or church leader not want radios in the sanctuary or the congregation, or maybe they don't even want them in the church because they're afraid of some sort of interference with the PA system when you transmit or some other kind of interference? Well, I have a solution for you that I've been testing and I like. So let's talk about it. It's the Retekess T130s, and it's really a tour guide system, is what it is. And they list it as just not only the tour guide system, but an interpretation, translation equipment, that kind of thing. But it would be a great device for those of you who have restrictions for not having radios. This is a one-way device. And so it's got a nice belt clip here for the transmitter. Somebody could wear this. I'm envisioning whether it's somebody in the camera room or somebody on your team leader for the security or guest services, whatever your team consists of. And this person could not only wear their radio pack if they're communicating with others out in the parking lot, but if they wanted to communicate with people in sensitive areas in the service, then they could also wear this clipped on. And it can be low profile like a radio setup. So it's got the microphone here that's got the clip, and they send you an extra cover and an extra clip as well in the pack. You can just clip this onto your shirt or whatever you have going on, along with your other stuff. If you've got a little transmitter like I carry, we have the little Secret Service transmitters that'll be clipped on my shirt. But then I could have this near that. So it's picking it up one way. It's picking up my conversations one way. And those folks with the receivers could hear those. Again, belt clip goes on your belt, and fairly low profile as far as I'm concerned. So, and I like the simpleness of it. It can be shut off with one click of the button, and then there's nothing being transmitted. Your receiver situation, here's the little receiver. It's pretty small. I've got it on a lanyard that they send with you. They include with the transmitter. And it would be hard, just so you know, it would be hard to change this out. You'd have to have a really small connection device there. It's going through a loop and looped over itself kind of thing to connect. And it can be released from that. So it's got a little release clip, so you can release it if you needed to for whatever reason, or somebody wanted to carry it in a different fashion. But it's got great range as well. I've tested it. They say 100 meters in their advertisement, and I say it's every bit of that. It's a great receiver. It's got great distance on it, and I tested it throughout our church, which makes it about 6 wood walls or stick walls, and then there's one brick wall that goes down the center of our church. And it transmitted through all of those and quite a long distance. So I'm very happy with that. And then it's got kind of the universal over the ear, so it doesn't go in the ear. I don't know that you'd still be able to share these amongst people. They may not want to share them, but it's pretty good reception and good sound quality. So, but again, it's one way. It's a one-way system, so it's going to be a specialty thing. And you could use these for people that are hard of hearing in your church as well. I don't want to not mention that, but I'm focused on church security. So if you've got sensitivity, and this, I see church security as a system of maybe we kind of have to build things. So there may be some concerns about having radios blaring in the church, or so you could start out with something like this to communicate with people, but it's one way. And then you could move up to radios eventually when we get kind of used to it and see what's going on. So the earpiece fits right there. It's on the outside. It's not inserted into the ear. I've tested it. It's got great sound quality. I would say if you were in a worship time, because it doesn't fit in your ear, if you're in like a worship time where there's loud music or something, it might be a little tough to hear. But certainly during the rest of the service, anytime outside of the music time. And again, I haven't tested it during the music time, so it might work. It depends on the loudness of your music. But the rest of the time, it would be a great one-way communication tool to transmit to someone that there's some kind of concerns or you need help outside, that kind of thing. This has one button operation also as well, on off. It holds a great charge, if several hours of battery life that I've tested it so far. They do make it looks like a one transmitter system with 5 receivers, and I'll link that down in the description if you're on YouTube or if you're on the church security community. That'll be in the description area that you can get to it. It also comes with the charging cables. Love these things. It comes with a little instruction manual as well. This is a metal clip on the back. The belt clip's a metal clip. These things just seem sturdy to me, and the transmission's good. So it's a limited area where you might use these. It's one-way communication. So wherever you might need one-way, or where you may need to start out with something like this, if anybody's kind of shy on the idea of having back and forth transmissions, in which we have that. I've had that. If we go into the auditorium at my church, we're supposed to turn our radios off, especially if we're going up towards the front, just because we had one accidental where somebody's squelch button was pushed and it made a loud noise up front, and they didn't realize it and then continued to go off. And so we are in that situation where we still use our radios, but we don't tend to go up in front of the sanctuary or auditorium. So if we wanted to position somebody up there, like protecting the pastor or priest, then we would probably have to use one of these systems to be able to have one-way communication with that person up front if we needed some help outside. We needed to get their attention for them to come outside, or maybe let them know that there's somebody coming in that they want to pay attention to, or maybe we need them to readjust their position so that they can keep an eye on someone. So I would, if you've got that limited situation where you need one-way communication, where we're getting used to radios in our church, or we're getting to where we can't have double transmission for whatever reason, then I would look at these as a great system to test out, to check out. They're about the same price as a set of radios, but you'd have a set of one-way communication. So check them out, link in the description, and give me some of your feedback. Leave a note in the description if you've tried these before, or once you try them, if you do get the system, leave me a little comment, leave me a note on how well you like them in their use.